It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Okay, I want everybody to imagine themselves at this huge convention center. Just pick your favorite city. And at that convention center is a convention of college football coaches. And you're walking around there and you're meeting all these college football coaches. And you're noticing that, hey, they collaborate, they get together once a year, just like our industry. And they have their little breakouts and learn how to better their deliverable, learn how to do things different. Look at some best practices from other coaches. How can I apply that to my team? But then, the convention ends. And that next Saturday, when they look across the field and they see that coach on the other side, well, the only thing they're concerned about is beating the crap out of him on the field. The only thing they're concerned about is winning. And sometimes I think, my friends in the imaging channel, well, we want to just be at the convention every single day. We want to have this camaraderie that keeps us from competing too hard. Earlier this week, I published an article, and in that article, I talked about digital upsmanship. That is a word I made up. Maybe I should trademark some of these words. But digital upsmanship is the future of marketing. Marketing today is moving more and more and more to digital capabilities through things like YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter. People have the ability to spread their message to a huge, broad audience. And the creativeness of different leaders and the way they bring their message to market has changed dramatically. And a lot of times what happens is the old way, they just can't do it, or they can't figure it out, or they don't even want to try. So they'll come up with all the reasons why digital marketing doesn't work. There's some organizations out there today still talking about their digitalization process like they got time to actually start one. I mean, if you haven't started a digitalization process in your business, it's probably too late. But those that are trying to improve on it and do better at it, good for you. Keep moving the needle. Keep raising the bar. Because it is the future. It is the future of marketing. But recently, I went to post one of my videos in one of my groups. And guess what? I'm not in the group anymore. I'm sure someone probably called up the group leader and said, this group particularly was in leasing. I like to, talk about leasing a lot. Of course, I don't have a lot of good things to say about the current situation of leasing. The big craziness with the buyouts, models that were built in the 80s or 90s and never really changed. But I'm sure what happened was somebody probably said, hey, we can't be posting his stuff in our group. He's talking about, how we're obsolete. He's talking about how, it's a bad customer experience. Folks, you can't change a movement or a conversation just because you don't want to publish it. It's a digital world. And inside the imaging channel, we still see a lot of this in our own publications. We still see, if we could control the message, then maybe we could stop the movement of the change. Controlling a message doesn't stop a movement of a change, especially in a world where the message can get out in a multiple of ways. So it's time to embrace those that think different than you. It's time to learn from those that do things different than you. Because when we get out on the field, it's all about winning. We're all trying to win. And the competitive landscape will change drastically with the capabilities of digital technology. And yeah, you know what? If I see a process, if I recognize something as being, in my mind, obsolete or a bad customer experience, I am going to run it over with a bus, and then I'm going to stop the bus, back up over it, and rerun it over again. Because that's what I do. I'm trying to run over obsolescence. I'm trying to run over status quo. I'm trying to run over complacency. And my friends in the imaging channel, I strongly suggest that you find your competitors that are status quo and complacent and run them over with innovation. Run them over. Because that's how you win. So just think about that, football coaches. And think about, they can all collaborate, they can all get along, but when they show up on the field, they're there to win. And hopefully, when you show up on your field, you're there to win. I'll end my time with this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo and have a fantastic evening.